Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is an end of the month for the month of December tarot oracle reading. And Sagittarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Sagittarius, we still all have a little bit of Sagittarius in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Sagittarius in? That's where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled the cards. I've just given them a quick cut, and we'll begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Ace of Wands. So fire coming in for you, Sagittarius. And this is the Sagittarius new moon. It's the 20th when I'm making this video. So on the 19th, 20th, depending where you are, the Sagittarius energy, that's the Sagittarius new moon. And it talks about passion for a new discovery. So this is perfect energy for this reading. And then we have the Nine of Cups coming in. So, wish upon a star. That's the kind of energy we have here. So this is the underlying energy for the bottom part of my spread here. And this is regarding the internal forces, like within you, what you have control of, and how you can use that to get a hold of this passion for new discovery. So this gift from the universe is coming in right on along with the energy of the new moon and the solstice. So on the 21st, we have the longest night and the shortest day in the year. And that energy is talking about the light at the end of the tunnel. So this card is saying, if you're working on something or you have a wish for something, that the Nine of Cups is, there's only 10 cups in the tarot, so you're almost there, but you have to stay in the game. When you are wishing for something, it means you don't have it yet. So this is saying stay in the game, don't lose your focus and get distracted right now because you're almost there. And this wishing, you don't want to get caught in a wishing loop. You want to keep moving forward and use your energy to complete whatever it is you're working on. We have the Page of Pentacles coming in. So the Page of Pentacles is, the pages worked for the kings in the old days, and they delivered messages within the court. They were like 7 to 14 when they started, and they would, work for the royalty, and they do small tasks around the palace, etc. And then if they were doing a good job and they could afford a horse when they were like an adult at 21, then they could be considered for knightship or knighthood. And this card represents a message coming in regarding pentacles. Pentacles are representing what your health, wealth, happiness on the third dimensional world. And so this is... money is part of that, so that's why they're in a coin. So there's some sort of message coming in regarding money or, health, wealth, and happiness. And this message, in the old days, it would be delivered by hand, but these days it still could be. But we have so many forms of communication now that it could actually be, an email, a letter in the mail, phone call, text. Social posts, there's so many ways that we can find out information and communicate these days. And we have, so we've got this 9 cups of love and a passion for new discovery. And we have health, wealth, and happiness here. And possibly some money coming in. And now we have the soulmate card coming in. So the 2 of Cups is talking about 2 souls that are coming together and they're perfect for each other. And so this is like 1 + 1 = 2, but when it's your soulmate that you connect with, the possibilities are infinite. And this can also represent within yourself, your masculine and feminine energies becoming very balanced. Like the feminine energy is magnetic; it attracts energy and abundance. And the masculine energy brings it down to earth. It's electric. And when the 2 of them plug into each other, sparks fly. So it's really good energy. Sagittarius, you're on a roll. And so here we have, okay, the Ace of Pentacles now. So I feel like what this is saying is you have a soul, someone that is maybe a soulmate coming in, and recognize that soulmates don't have to be about romance, but quite often they are. But this energy is talking about the Ace of Pentacles now from this message. So there's a message of a lot of abundance coming in, and it may be because you've met your soulmate or you've connected with your soulmate in some way. And that energy is going to allow you to get this last cup here. When the two cups come together from the soulmates, it becomes one cup. So that would be the 10 cups. Like we're doing really well. We have a wish coming true, very close to coming true. You're very favored. We have a passion for new discovery, and then we have the soulmates coming in, a message coming in, communication about a pentacle, a lot of opportunity and abundance coming in. And now we have the universe handing you the soulmate and this abundance. So woohoo, all about the new. And it's an energetic upgrade. So this is the Magician coming in. And when the Fool starts their journey in the Major Arcana, it's the 0 card, it's the 0 point. And so this is the energy, this is the first card that the Fool comes across in their journey. And it's the Magician. So the Magician is able to bring what's above down to earth. And they have the infinity sign over their head because there's infinite potential here. They also have an Ouroboros around their waist representing not getting caught in a loop, but actually always moving forward. There's tools on this bench here, and this is representing that you have the tools that you need to go on your journey. Yeah, and this is really awesome energy. So this means that you're on your path, and things are looking really awesome, and it's a new path because after you meet this soulmate, or you and this soulmate come together. And then we have the Empress energy. Wow, this is a really good reading so far, Sagittarius. So the Empress energy represents all 4 queens, the qualities of all 4 queens rolled into one person. And so the Empress is sitting on her throne, and the wheat around her represents that she plants seeds, and then she just allows nature to take care of it. Because, if you're planting a big crop out in the field like wheat, you're not usually irrigating it with your sprinkler. You have to rely on nature to bring that forth and do your best to plant it at the right time and that kind of energy. But then at some point you have to just have faith that the universe will supply for you and get in that flow. And so that's what she represents. She represents like someone who is good at, brings in a lot of abundance. Someone with a good character, and really is able to use her mental capacity in a strong way, as well as her intuition. So this is the Empress. Some people say she's pregnant, but for sure she's pregnant with possibilities. So really, wow, like talk about new, right? And then we have Judgment coming in. So some sort of judgment from above, like from the divine, is being made. Like this is pretty wild energy, Sagittarius. Like we've got the Ace of Wands, passion for new discovery, a wish coming true. All you have to do is stay in the game. This is your, how you view yourself right now. And it's kind of like about your self-image, is that you have a lot of potential for abundance. And this is the self-worth and being worthy of having a soulmate that you can work with. So having both the abundance on the earth and also the love that you've always wanted. And then we have the communication from your early life. This is how your subconscious mind, and it's kind of what it's saying is you're really have managed to discipline your mind and stay on your path. And because of that, and following your North Star, that's what you were born to do when you come down to earth here, that the universe and God are gifting you with this beautiful pentacle. And it's also saying that here is a gift and you are the gift. And then we have this energy talking about your emotional foundation, just understanding that you're magic. Like you can make magic happen if you have a good attitude and you put the tools that you have to work and become very abundant and be, this is all about your creativity, using your creativity, having a strong romantic life, and, having that ability to produce. So that could be children, or it could be whatever, like for some people, their business is their baby, that kind of energy. And then we have, this card is judgment from above, and it's for the ancestors and the descendants. You see the ancestors coming out of the boxes here. This represents the ancestors. It could be skeletons in the closet have come out, creating this pentacle. Maybe there was some information in the past that you didn't know about. And the descendants cheering them on from this side. So they're celebrating, both the descendants and the ascendants are celebrating this judgment coming through. And this is coming from above, like the angel wings here. And it's also it's going to be brought down to earth. And so that's really cool. So and this is in your daily routines, habits, and your health. So perhaps this is a judgment from God saying, okay, that's what you're going to have: health, wealth, and abundance. And that's just the way it is. This is an amazing reading so far. Really awesome. I love this because right now we're in that Sagittarius new moon energy, and it's all about stepping into the new in the new year and having like a new start kind of energy. We have, my lights are all flashing suddenly for some reason. What's that about? All of my lights in the house are just going off and on and off and on. So if you're seeing that here, I don't quite know what that's about, but usually it means there's some energy in the air here. And it could be the ascendants saying, yeah, we're here. I love it. So this energy is the what ifs. So you pretty much have the what ifs covered here, Sagittarius. So now it's like, okay, the what the ifs. So this is the external forces. This is what you don't have control over. And what you do have control over is how you handle the external forces. So this energy is talking about because you've reined in your emotions and disciplined your mind, and that's what the moon energy is being able to discipline your mind so that you can and not get like all caught up in the emotions of it, so that you can really feel the truth coming in. And this energy is victory. It's a card of victory. It could be a victory, in like some sort of actions that have been taken in the past, in the present, in the future. And it could be a victory about a business. It could be victory about, finding this soulmate and you coming together, and it being a wish come true. Really awesome energy. And so we'll see. Oh, this goes here. So the underlying energy of the external forces is this wonderful energy coming through, both within and externally. We have the King of Pentacles coming in. So the King of Pentacles is sitting on their throne, and they're very focused on this pentacle. And so the energy of the King of Pentacles is someone who's very steady and stable, well admired in society, someone that people look up to for their financial acumen. Could be a really good mentor, somebody that understands how to make money and bring that down to earth, how to take thoughts and bring that down into reality in the physical. The King of Pentacles is one of the most stable energies in the deck. Some people may find this energy like there's not a lot of drama about the King of Pentacles. And so if you're looking for like a peaceful partner, that could be. And I also want to point out that these are archetypes. So the King of Pentacles could be also a woman in her masculine energy, as well as a man in the masculine energy. And the Empress could be a man in his feminine energy, as well as a woman in her feminine energy. So that's just so that you can kind of put it into context for yourself. So the external forces are talking about like two opposing forces being juggled, juggling energy, juggling pentacles, juggling health, wealth, and happiness. This can talk about someone who's been multitasking a lot, having a lot to do, and that whatever you're working on, the energy is gaining momentum. You notice here the waves are getting bigger, and so you're riding the wave. I feel like that because of all these positive cards around this is talking about if you've been really busy, and most people are at this time of the year, if you're involved in the holiday season or energy, and we're moving it in from the old into the new, because we're leaving 2025. 2 + 2 + 5 is a 9, and that's at the end of a cycle. And then the energy we're moving into 2026 is 2 + 2 + 6 is a 10, and that breaks down to a 1. So that energy is talking about all this, moving from a 9 cycle, which is like 9 years, moving into like a decade of being in one cycle, and then moving into this new cycle. And so the energy is not just moving into a new year, it's about moving from an old cycle into a new cycle as well as a new year. And this is talking about, this card is, out of all the pentacle cards, this is the only one where the person is actually working on the actual coin. So this is talking about making money and how you make money and being really focused on that. That's what this is talking about. So to get this 10th pentacle, like to have this energy to match this, to have this total abundance, it requires staying focused. Like this person is continuing to stay focused on what you're working on, and what is attracting this abundance to you. So not getting distracted or being staying in this victorious energy, even when, because I feel like this energy here can also talk about emotions going up and down, and like how, sometimes on our path, things seem like, oh, they're going really well, and then down. The roller coaster, like, oh, and then, oh, that kind of energy. So just saying, don't, stay in the game, keep working, stay focused on what you're working on, so that energy will be returned to you in 2026. Yes, and then this is talking about there's been a lot of burdens coming from outside, and that's true for pretty much everyone on the planet right now. We're going through a lot of change on the planet. That's because of moving from Pisces into the age of Aquarius. That age of Aquarius is very it's ruled by Uranus, and it's like very technical and like experimental energy. And, that AI that's coming in, and people's fears around that, and how to use it properly. And just every day it seems like there's something else on the news that's absolutely wild. So this is talking about not taking on other people's burdens. And this is also saying that the actions here, like this is showing that you are a real strong leader and people are willing to follow you, but don't take on their burdens. And also the seeds that you've planted in the past, the actions that you've taken, the harvest is here. This is the 10 here. And so this is talking about, it's your actions that are bringing in this nine of cups, this new partner, this big pentacle, all of this energy coming. It's all the actions you've been taking have been moving you towards this place. And it's time to come home with the harvest. And it might be really heavy, because when you plant seeds and then they grow, then you have a heavy crop. It might be, oh, okay, that's a good thing. Having said that, this could also be really having a struggle to make that last lap. And so it's saying don't give up. A lot of times people give up just before they get to where they need to be going. And, it's really common. You hear about people, oh, I just quit, I'm done. And then boom, like if they would have just stayed in the game, they would have had what they want. So yes, this is talking, there's been, like, it feels like a never-ending cycle of the ups and downs, like really feeling good about how it's going, and then, then it takes a dip. and then really feeling good about how it's going, and then it takes a dip. And this also can talk about, because we do have the solstice tomorrow night now. So this energy is really intense right now. We have this cycle ending, moving into a new. We have the new moon in Sagittarius for and that energy was just on the 19th and 20th, depending on, and like right now, when I'm doing this reading, it's the 20th, and I'll be uploading this in the morning on the 21st. And then that's when we're moving into the solstice energy, where it's the shortest day and the longest night. And after that, then the days get longer and the nights get shorter, and we're in this, the light at the end of the tunnel energy, and we're moving into that. And then in February, we move, in the Chinese calendar, we move from the year of the snake. So we want to shed everything that's no longer serving us, and then move into the year of the horse, which is like moving forward, And this energy this can be talking about a never-ending nightmare. And it also can be talking about receiving enlightenment that from the Holy Spirit, and that usually happens in the wee hours of the morning. And that energy is talking about, like getting a download, like while you're sleeping, or a dream, and it giving you some idea of how to move forward to finish this. And this person may be in a never-ending nightmare and woke up from a nightmare. Oh, did you just wake up, silly? My kitty just woke up. She said, I can't believe you're doing a reading without me. Did you wake up? It's okay. Sorry. She's like so confused. Why did you do a reading without me? She always sits on my lap. So this energy is talking about maybe someone who has had this enlightenment, and they're trying to remember it, and it's going to end this never-ending nightmare that they've been in, and not to worry about it, that the burdens are, pretty soon it'll be time to put these burdens, and look how close they are to home, right? And then we have this energy. So this is like you have a strong foundation. And when you're making money, this card is showing the different levels of making money, actually. It's like playing it safe. And then it's your heart's desires and the crown and glory. So it's saying you have a strong foundation right now to move forward in this way. And this is not just on this position here is about your spirituality. And any unknown secrets coming out, so that you'll have the information that you need to move forward into this energy. So this is a pretty interesting reading. It woke you up, Stella. She said, I still can't believe you did a reading without me. If you're enjoying this reading, please do like and comment, as it really does empower me to build my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm going to clarify this now with the underlying, my oracle, Tales from the Vector, TAILS from thevector.com. I have started this oracle back then, and in 2007, and now in 2020, I finished the 64th painting. They're big dragons, some of them, so it took a while. I'm an artist, so I had a lot of fun doing it. And it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And right now I'm just gathering the information by working with you online, so I can write up the booklet and then put the actual oracle deck out there. So I'm excited about it. In the description box below, I will have the numbers of the paintings on my website, talesfromthevector.com. In the order they appear in the gallery there, and I'll have them in the order that they, whoops, sorry, Stella, something just fell. It's really weird, the lights are flashing, and the cat woke up, and now something just fell, and we both jumped. There's some sort of different energy right now, but it's okay. She's just like, are you sure, Colette? Are you scared? It's okay. Really weird energy. Okay. It doesn't feel like it feels good. It feels like excitement. And so, I'm excited about bringing my oracle down to the physical. And so, I'll have the numbers as they appear here. I'm just shuffling and tuning into this energy so we can see, okay, Is there any more information regarding this? Okay, this is the first card that wants to come out. And this is the need to be right. So this is a karmic space. And I feel like this is saying this, it's on the passion for new discovery. So it's saying, like, if you're going to have a passion for new discovery and get into that more experimental energy of Aquarius energy, then you need to be wrong sometimes. Like, you need to experiment a little and have this passion for new discovery, doing new things in a new way kind of energy, with the new moon in Sagittarius, taking action on that. This is very, very awesome energy for tonight. And so the need to be right is a karmic space. Like, if you have to be right, sometimes we have to be right, but sometimes, you know, if something happened and you need to be right, and you need for it to be this way, you expect things to happen this way, and it doesn't go the way you thought it was going to, then it can make you unhappy. And it's kind of like, would you rather be happy, or would you rather be right? Because you're not going to be right all the time. And especially if you're experimenting and doing your best to improve, you're going to make mistakes, and that's the whole point of it. And then we have the energy here. So these karmic spaces are being cleared. Like that energy we were talking about in the like Pandora's box opening, or like skeletons coming out of the closet. There's some judgment from above being made about that. And that could be on a real world level and also trickling down into people's lives. So lack of awareness is the worst thing, really. Like when you aren't aware that you're that close to getting what you want and you give up, that would be like the worst, you know, like of missed opportunities. You put all this energy into something and then you just give up right at the time when you would have had a lot of opportunity to move forward with it. So it's saying just keep going and just roll with the punches kind of energy, like roll with the energy, be in the flow like the Empress. And then we have, yes, it's going to take courage and integrity to do so. And there's something, the message that the Pentacles, when the Page of Pentacles comes in, this is representing someone who's authentic. And it can be talking about generational wealth as well, like is the King here. This is talking about a legacy. So it's about some sort of like energy that has been destined for you. And this is talking about having the strength to face your fears, many of them from childhood. We have a lot of sirens outside right now also. So this energy is very, very much like this tonight. And I've been feeling it. I did a reading a couple hours ago and realized after doing the whole reading that I didn't turn my video camera on. So, you know, that's why it's just that kind of energy. And so I'm working a bit later tonight than I would have. And then I have like the Taurus energy. And this is about the give and take of life. And so in the past, there may have been some things that have happened and they didn't work out the way you wanted them to. But there's give and take in life. And sometimes rejection can be God's protection. So maybe you're a late bloomer in the romantic love department. Don't worry about it. It's the gift is coming in now along with this pentacle. It's saying if you have someone that really supports you, that you can count on, that energy is extremely powerful. So if you've been lacking that, that's coming in for you if you're open to it. And then pride. And so this is, the Strength card in the tarot has a young woman reaching her hand into the mouth of a mature lion. And that lion represents the energy. And so, but when lions have multiply, it's called pride. And it's like all or nothing, hear me roar. This is about looking at life from the side of being, you're persuasive as a leader because you're looking at the bright side, and a cat's purr resonates at such a high vibration that it raises the vibration. And I have a little purring kitty. Is that what you came to do, the purring? Good girl. And so this is talking about wow, there's a bunch happening outside my window here too now. There's all sorts of sirens. I think you can hear me okay though. It's really loud. Yeah, yeah. Lots of sirens out there. Hey, Stella? So something's going on out there. So there's the trauma and the drama. Hold the drama, and here it is. So this energy is about, do you want to fight? Or, like when someone gets traumatized, they can go into, I'm going to fight, or I'm going to run, or I'm going to just get stuck here. And this is the energy talking about like keep moving forward, and like when the dips in the waves happen, know that you're going to go back up again. That there's a rhythm to it. And then we have the Leo energy coming in, and this is talking about this leadership and having to be, maybe in the past it seemed like you weren't really getting anywhere, and that's kind of the impulsive energy of, like, if you think of teenage boys, that's the Leo energy, but it's ruled by the sun. And it's kind of like Leo, that energy is like very flamboyant and strong. And a lot of Leos end up being really strong leaders. So this is talking about, it takes time to mature, to have like, like the confidence to lead. And so sometimes when people appear arrogant, it's because they lack that confidence and they kind of act on impulse, like, think of teenage boys. And then, man, there's more and more sirens out here. I'm not going to look, Stella. You stay right here. So we have, it's just right outside my, like on the block here. So we have the Chariot, which is this energy coming in really fast. The power of spin. And this can talk about the masculine and the feminine energy, and it coming together and becoming very powerful. Like 1 + 1 is equal to 2 unless you're soulmates, and then that's infinite potential. And that's what this is, this gaining of momentum. And then we have deception coming in on this card. So this is about something in love life in the past. There's been some deception, and this is a tactic. And part of it is that there's this fallacy that men and women are at war with each other. And men and women are not at war with each other. Most men love women. Most women love men. And, the energy is not, it's not a war. If it is a war, it's not a natural thing. That's not our natural way that God made us, is to be at war with against each other. We can really benefit each other. And then that brings in this performance energy on this King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, this card is defining that this is like Emperor energy, and this is one of the qualities. But this King of Pentacles, I feel like this is talking about these soulmates are Empress and Emperor energy. This is all 4 queens rolled into one, and this is all 4 kings rolled into one. And then we have like this about the crowning glory, the 4 coin here. And this is like a strong foundation on earth. But this energy, I feel like, is matching. It's saying that if you're the Empress, it's likely that maybe this person that is your soulmate is someone that is in this King of Pentacles energy. And if, keeping in mind that the Empress can be a male in the feminine energy, and this can be a female in the masculine energy. But it might be someone that is really good at business. So if you have a business and you're looking for someone to empower you in business, then the soulmate was like, you're meant to come together to do that, to empower each other. Then on this juggling of energy, we have the devil energy. So this is talking about temptation. And yeah, this is about juggling. Like, this card is saying it can be about multitasking, but it also can be saying juggle your options, but don't juggle your morals. So there may have been some sort of energy like that, which is causing this and this energy regarding your work. And maybe this King of Pentacles is able to straighten that or empower you to straighten that out. You know, someone that you can take a good mentor that you can take good advice from. And when the Devil card comes out, I always cover it with the next card, because this is temptation energy. You're not going to get the truth from this energy. So what we want to do is just cover it and see who is the devil sending in, or is it being covered by God? So it's jealousy. So that's a karmic space that we fall into. So somebody is jealous of this energy of this divine partner coming in. And that is causing this, there may be some energy in the external forces that you're not aware of, or that you are aware of, that's caused all this problem, and that is jealousy. And this could be from a sibling, but the energy is, I'd rather be better than bitter. It sounds crazy, but jealousy is a real strong force for some people. This is about commitment and marriage right here. So I felt like when the Emperor, this is the house that this king is sitting in, and I feel like this Emperor is the perfect match for the Empress. And this is about marriage, commitment, and partnerships. And then this position is death and transition, transformation and secrets and shared resources. So I feel like there was some sort of external forces here that were mucking about in this energy. And it has to do with money, for sure. And so what's this about? We have attachment. So when people, this is another karmic space, and when people become attached, then they can become very jealous. And also you can, it sounds funny, but you can actually be jealous of yourself, how you used to be when you were younger or whatever. Or maybe at a time when you were more successful. You can actually be jealous of yourself. You know what I mean? So, jealousy is not uncommon, but there appears to be some sort of external energy here that is causing an issue here. Perhaps that's why we have all the sirens outside. It's that kind of energy, alarming. And we just had that Gemini full moon in December. So the Gemini energy is coming in, and this is the full moon then was just a huge super moon. And so the full moon energy is when you release what you no longer want to carry, burdens that don't belong to you. It's right on here. And maybe you did that on December 4th, and now this new energy is coming in. So this is awesome. And we're on the cusp right now of Sagittarius moving into Capricorn energy. So we have degradation. So there is some energy here that was to degrade the energy. This is a tactic. So it's talking about wanting to shame someone or feeling ashamed and feeling degraded. So if that's the energy that you've been in, that nightmare is now going to end. There's going to be enlightenment here. I really do feel like this solstice energy is so powerful right now. So that's really cool. And then we have the karmic space of otherworldly desires. So this energy here is talking about your learning and travel and all of the education you've received from doing that, from being around other people, and not being attached to any one specific thing, but always being willing to explore. And then on the Gemini energy, this is about your career and your reputation. So there may have been a burden there, and now it's being resolved, is what's coming in here. This is about blessings coming in. So this is enlightenment. And enlightenment really, like, because of the solstice coming in, there's nothing more awesome than thinking, after tonight, or that'll be tomorrow night, we will have longer days and shorter nights. More light. We can use more light on the planet right now. And so this is in the position of your spirituality and secrets coming out from the ancestors and all of that energy. And then, and endings and moving into new beginnings. Isn't that awesome energy? What a beautiful reading, Sagittarius. And we're moving out of the Sagittarius energy right, we're on the cusp of that also. We'll be moving into the Capricorn energy next. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I really have. My kitty's purring away here. Yeah, I'm sorry I have to wake you up. We're done now. I will be back with another reading for you for possibly the full moon coming up on January 3rd, and for sure for the energy going into January. Bye for now, Sagittarius. Okay, Stella. Whoopee.